this is what I wanted to show you. Hey, Carefree Cooks everywhere, all over the world, it's Chef Todd again. Tonight, the reason I wanted to jump on here live tonight in our household and in millions of households everywhere, it's the season 4 premiere of Outlander. And Heather, after having read the books, got really excited about Outlander. I, after watching the TV shows, got excited about Scottish heritage and Outlander, so much so that about this time last year we went to Scotland and of course filmed our Scottish Food Finds DVD. But one of the things that I got out of that was Scottish shortbread. So for the premiere of Outlander, Heather wants me to create something Scottish for her. I'm going to do Scottish shortbread. But I got to this point in the mixing and I wanted to make sure that you're reminded of something because all your holiday baking is coming up. So here's something that you have to remember. Baking mistakes are made in the mixer, not in the oven. I have more people ask me at what temperature and for how long should I bake something. You need to pay more attention to the mixing than you are the baking, and here's the reason why. With my shortbread, I'm going to use a creaming method, and this is pretty much the #1 method throughout cakes and cookies for the holidays, where you cream together your fat and your sugar. But this is where a lot of home cooks just mix it together, or this is where they don't bring that fat to room temperature and they use a cold fat. This makes a tremendous difference in the result in your baking, and this is what you want after a creaming method. This looks like vanilla ice cream, right? Now the difference between this and something that's a lot more solid, actually it's a lot more dull in color, is this has air whipped into it. And the creaming method, what a lot of home bakers don't fully appreciate, is that the more air you can whip into your cookies, the lighter they're going to be. Now, with Scottish shortbread, there's a whole mess of things missing because Scottish shortbread is 3 ingredients. It's sugar, butter, and flour. I add a pinch of salt. So what's missing here? Baking soda, baking powder, yeast, leavening agents. So nothing is going to make these cookies puff but the air that I get into the creaming method. So let's continue. I've got my flour here. Paddle back on. Let's not make a mess. Let's do it the right way. Okay, I'm going to hold a little bit of the flour back because I might not trust my formula entirely. Let's mix the flour in. We're only going to do that for a short amount of time because I don't want to develop gluten in the cookies. The stronger the flour I mix into here and the more I mix them, the tougher the cookies are going to be. So that might be just about all I want to do. Scrape down the sides of the bowl. Run the spatula. Let's run it through again. Okay. Get that mixed together. Because the role that fats and flours play in baking is a lot like making your pie crusts at the holidays. If you want a flaky pie crust, you're going to have larger pieces of fat. If you want a mealy pie crust, it's more like coarse cornmeal. The larger the size of the fat, the more tender the item. And we're going to talk about that more in a minute. Give that a nice little run. Okay. And here's where my shortbread starts to come together. I know I like it when I can squeeze the dough together and it stays together in a ball. If it were still crumbly and fell apart like cornmeal, then that's something that I know is going to be too dry. And the last step, one of the best things that you should have in your kitchen baking time, if you do cookies, is a different size portion scoops. So smaller cookies, larger cookies, but the important thing is that they're all going to be exactly consistent. They're all going to be the same size. And the same way that consistency of cut is consistency of cook with your knife skills in baking cookies, the consistency of the portioning is what's going to have them bake the same way. So this gives me a really good jump on my holiday cooking for this year. And if you want to get a jump on your holiday cooking, I've got a web class for you that you can join me. And I'll give you a 5-step plan for making sure your holiday cooking is easy. It's stress-free and you become a guest at your holiday table instead of feeling like the caterer. So if you go to webcookingclasses.com/turkey, webcookingclasses.com/turkey, and you'll be able to get involved in the next class to prepare your holiday cooking. I got to plate up the rest of these. We're going to get ready for the premiere of Outlander, bake them off, maybe a wee dram to go with them. But Chef Todd Moore reminding you that there's a method to your holiday cooking success. I hope you join us in that new class.